What is it that makes a room look professionally designed? After all, interior design is an art form, and isn't all art subjective, or is it? My 7th class is in session, where I am taking you all to design school with me, and I am going to talk about rhythm. And we're going to get right to it in this one, where I'm going to jump to a client example that my very talented designer Brandy did. First, let's address the elephant in the room. These elephants actually, and they may have been the first thing that your brain and your eye looked at when you saw this room. And you could be completely aware or unaware that you did that. I've been doing this for a long time, so I'm very aware at what happens when I look at a visual, so I'm going to share. My eye went directly to the elephants because of its contrast. Then my eye traveled this way because I was matching that contrast with these chairs. I then traveled down and noticed the coffee table, and then I went right back to this white contrasting sofa, and then whoop, back to the elephants. All of that happened within a few split seconds of me viewing this image. And what is happening is movement, aka rhythm. Rhythm is all over this room. Rhythm is repeated shape, color, pattern, allowing your eye to move through the space. If you remember in my color palette video, I said our brain likes to make connections through shape and color. And rhythm you can see as your guide to making that movement. Just like the curtains on the back wall, a repeating pattern of window, curtain, window, curtain, window, curtain. Notice how our two elephants and their colors are repeated with pillows right below on the sofa. Then we have the chairs, although inverted in color, doing the same thing that the elephant picture is doing, contrasting subject matter even with a light. Much like pieces of art, this room is a composition. And even in art composition, you usually have some sort of focal point or foreground, and then your eye is able to move through the painting. This is a very textbook example, but we are in design school, aren't we? Where we have a focal point here, then our eye is able to come off the focal point and move through the painting. Van Gogh's rhythmic composition is the same concept as moving your eye through an interior. It's in so many interiors, you may have not realized what it was called, but it does have a name and it is intentional. We have focal point and contrasting of the bed. Then we have a rhythmic pattern with the curtains behind that is repeated in the chairs beside the bed and the pillows on the bed. Rhythm can and is created with color, shape, pattern, and contrast. At the end of the day, interior design is art, but it does have rhyme and reason and rhythm. Subjectivity is based on the subject, aka you, the viewer, viewing the art, not the subject matter of the art. It's how you personally feel about elephants, not the elephants themselves. So rather than saying design is all subjective, I think it's better to say design is personal.